It sometimes amuses me to think about what goes on here, right under the United Colony's collective nose. Did you need something? That is all? Very well.
Good luck. Keep both eyes on the back while you're out there. Got one. I'd go into the astronomical charting data with you, but...
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, did you find what... Now, what in the heavens would make you claim something as... Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusion. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might. Perhaps I can convince you to... You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen. Now, being as clever as you are, all in due time. First, I want to see if you're truly as astute as you appear. Not a bit. The attacks. When I discovered the plant. But we were at war. And I couldn't risk. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport. Fixing two problems and sealing away knowledge. Easy to say now, but at the time, I didn't know the Lazarus plant couldn't be plucked from the ground. I wasn't going to allow another dangerous variable to... But then, as the war ended, my trial, and what did I get in return? Was there any... No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. I become a trusted advisor, having found and cement my new position of influence. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. goes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to, and we all. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. And look at the results. I know for a fact the cabinet's planning to... Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? With only the vague hopes of perhaps... something befitting. While of course they can't give you a command, I expect you'll be quite pleased with the result. And none... I'm simply... And let's not forget the importance of eliminating the terramorphs, securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion, I'm simply requesting one more light. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. After all, I do still have a long... That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here.
Are you quite sure you don't want to hold on to that?
Perfect timing. We just got in.
So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Aciles are both as effective against heat.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things. I already sent along info to the cabinet to... So what about your end? Did my father tell you what he knew about the... I knew it. The second I heard that... Why?
It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything...
Somehow, after all that has transpired, he still believes him. But all it has done is further.
Well, once we inform the cabinet... My hope would be that whatever connections he's got to the outside, make sure his future schemes and... But honestly, I'm not sure. I'm sure he did. But he killed dozens of... So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing. Unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through. Aciles aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, but they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising, using them to clean up the Terramor, given what we know, they are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Aciles seem like they're even better.
Hell of a sight to watch, though, when they catch him. Microbe is gonna make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting...
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any...
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. So I guess we're still in discussion. It's hard to know. Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't butchers. But killing... But if you're really that... Then here we go.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, is what I'm reading here true? This report comes from a particularly confidential source. Now, is it true? The second report claims to know the perpetrator as well.
Or Lays. It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured...
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of act.
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the... Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling. Considering, Francois, you have evidence to...
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet.
Heavens help us. Is that actually...
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this. And said...
He's a sociopath.
Officer, please...
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain?
Will, of course, be launching a full investigation, though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on this. Chief Yassine, can you...
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered, we failed the people of the colonies by... I'm not sure I see why someone with UC blood on their hands would merit leniency. But I will note your request. Now, with our villain unmasked, With the threads you've brought together here, the three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But as such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant.
A sound decision, Madam President. Tell the Freestar Collective. Wow. So they...
I'm in agreement.
Agreed. Any effort to de-escalate the situation should be considered. Being as open as possible would be a valuable.
Huh. That is an interesting idea. A grand gesture to further display this.
The observers on Mars have proven such a gesture can bear fruit.
So, you want us to make nice with the Collective by...
No, I want us to display plainly the UC's actual
That does sound worthwhile, Chief Kulkarni. Very well. We'll get the collect. Thank you for the suggestion. So then, the cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also heat leak. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand the project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves. But the
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into...
The first step in a bold new future.
Bolder, better, and brighter.
Order, please. And Major Sana. Dr. Walker, you'd find...
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the cabinet wanted... Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our...
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
You all have earned it. Now, Major Sanan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are...
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP in A and B, B and E, or heaven forbid,
Well, I've got to say,
Let
this
us
is a
just
first.
say I am
Never had a Class 1 citizen in my
allergic
ranks
to
before.
bureaucracy.
Congratulations, Cap. No need to thank me. You brought this all on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colony, and the credits should be in your account now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access. City life's not for everyone, I guess. But a lot of folks would kill for that. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new... There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending you. Or you could help the TMD in cleaning up Terramore. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any, new alien threats on her. Any of those missions call to you? Suppose that's true. Well, we can remedy that. Transferring that to you... Done. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colony's craft. You're clear to use lethal force if necessary. Notes mention a spacer presence in that sector, so be ready for a nasty one. Fly smart out there.
Even without life, there is the potential for beauty.
This is a dangerous assignment, but you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems.
Pardon?
Why, hello, fellow Class 1 citizen. That's never gonna get old. You heard right. These terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life. Which means, we need someone to track down Sede. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires... But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls... Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec this as a one... So, if you're interested, you'll have to convince her, of course. And I don't... I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there. Now, let's get you the details of... Here you go. Head there. Find your specimens and...
landing site locked. Take us in.
Perhaps not the sort of place on which one would settle down.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. All right.
Getting used to this place. It does not quite feel like home, but hopefully someday.
Don't give you too much. Good to hear. I figured as much. I've got to say, it's certainly interesting. They managed to cram just about everything they could into it. Honestly, I don't think it ever occurred to me. I'll be honest with you. This is the most expensive ship we've ever made. But I'm confident we can set a price point to make it work. I'll be happy to make it my new personal ship. Additionally, I want you to have one of the first off the assembly line for all of your hard work. Feel free to pick it up at the Star Yard. Thanks again.
Sure, I've got a minute. I can't imagine how hard it was to be under all. A leader knows that protecting, and I'm proud. Don't sell yourself short. What you did took nerves. If he had gotten to you, I don't know what we'd be dealing with right now. Look, I get what you're saying, but you saw it was his, and if they regroup after, all thanks to you. That's the hope and the dream. But if they do,
We're locked in.
Hello, Captain.
I'm listening.
Nice. Clean set there. Green lights on outer hatch. We're docked. Yes, Vladimir and I agreed on what should be included. That's all fine then. Do let me know if you get a response. That is highly unlikely, but if it happens, I will be sure to tell you. Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right place. Landing side looks clean. Let's set it down.
Hydrocarbons in abundance. Let us see how they have arranged themselves. What does your scanner reveal?
I need is a few minutes of your time. Thanks for responding to my hail. We've been trying to contact you due to the uncertainty of... It sounds like you're not...
Let's put this bird on the ground.
Every world with
Good day, Captain.
It is a relief, but are you sure this a sea? This would be the same nature that... I do not think this is the path I would have chosen. One could easily argue that the microbes would have put few. I appreciate your conviction. I suppose time will tell. And I must say, I find it curious that you would agree keeping the Lazarus plant around. But you could have changed their minds. At least the Freestar Collective will also know of its existence. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us.
Emergency request. Facility Crucible requires vital materials to sustain the mission. Transmitting coordinates on Corinthians 3. End of message.
Setting down, everything in the group.
is pleasant to see you.
Need a moment to walk that off?
Origin detected. Designated outsider. This is an undisclosed secret location. Please identify purpose or depart. Acknowledging receipt of emergency request. Explanation deemed acceptable. Clearance granted to Crucible. Outsider will deliver 150 units of copper. Compensation will be dispensed.
Tobias, stand down. We have a visitor.
Reminder, deliver required material. End of conversation.
This is incredible. For so long we hoped for any visit, and the day has finally arrived. We see no one, ever. Your arrival is truly an historic one, but many fear what the societies have closed their doors and are up while the rest hide to see which. Franklin would know what to do. He's the oldest among us. Crucible is a tinderbox. We're still recovering from a deadly conflict that far fewer of us are here to greet you today because of it. Give it time, and I'm sure for curiosity's sake, if nothing else.
Is something amiss? I am always... So, yes. Goodbye. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Hey, you need something?
Everything looks good at my station, Captain.
Comes with the territory, I suppose.
Got something for me?
Come on. There are worlds to conquer.